For those of you wondering where I've been in the past few days that I've not posted, I was not kidnapped. Instead, there was this interesting project that we were working on I want to show you. So we deployed a full blockchain with several nodes, built the node layer, and then the REST API layer. We use Golang, and then a user interface. I also did the world the favor of creating the tutorial on how to do that because I realized that the tutorial is not online. There's no comprehensive tutorial on it. So I created 1, 2, 3 tutorials publicly, and then there's a paid one, okay, another 3 paid one, all right. And as you can see, 4 days ago, Cosmos SDK blockchain Ignite tutorial, okay, Cosmos SDK with Ignite command line. I built a complete blockchain, Golang plus Echo framework, and with my SQL tutorial. Now, let me go into a little bit detail. So this is what it looks like, okay. The Cosmos SDK is built on the Tendermint core, all right, and then it has a consensus layer and a networking layer, all right. For the consensus, we used a proof of stake, okay, and for the application layer, we just ended up just exposing API endpoints. Now, basically what it means is the problem we're facing is that we built, we had the client, all right, had a problem where their crypto, people doing transactions with their crypto, the transaction fee was too high, okay, because it was running on a smart chain, Binance smart chain. You need to know that this is what they used to build Binance smart chain. It's built off of this. So what we did was go and lift off the actual thing Binance smart chain was built off of, and then we built our own. And because there are a few people on the platform, we just basically crashed the transaction fee. So we migrated their users onto this new blockchain that they deployed. So we built everything gradually over the years, over the days, and then this is basically what it looks like. So we had a Cosmos SDK, and then Golang was the language that it was built on. So we used Golang to expand it and add more features. On that Cosmos SDK, the features are called modules. So we extended the bank keeper module, okay, to be able to handle the transactions the way we want, manage loans, taking loans, liquidity, repaying loans, and all. We built it on the blockchain. And then after that, we had to expand the project further to include and expose API endpoints so that client applications like mobile apps, web apps can connect and make send request and response to the blockchain. All right. Once we expose the API endpoints, the next stage of the project was to have an API documentation. So for this, we imported Swagger. In case you don't know what Swagger is, it's something that helps you to write some API documentations, and then we synced it to the project, and it's generated the API documentations, and then we did more of the fixes there. And then there was the whole testing phase, which is still on, which is using something like Postman to run the tests, test the endpoints, make sure everything is fine. And there was the question of security too, which we worked on, make sure that at every stage of the project, security is the priority, because once you launch anything that has to do with blockchain or crypto, the first people that will come for you are hackers, because they know that there's money there. They want to check how much money is there and what they can take. So security was of top priority in this kind of project. So the project finished at the testing phase, but then there's the other phases where other client applications can now connect to the platform. And there's also another aspect of it which I did not make public in the tutorial. The aspect of it was allowing people to come on the platform and build their own crypto. This is what Ethereum did, that revolutionized analyzed the industry, okay? So they allowed people to come and build coins on top of their EVM, all right? So in our own case now, we did the same thing. So basically, I wrote the code that allows people to create their own crypto on top of the blockchain, because we know that in future client applications will want to connect and generate their own crypto. So this whole process was outlined and built out over these days. and everything is now being tested. So in case you were wondering why I disappeared, I did not disappear. I've been reading all the news online and everything, but this project kept me awake for days on end. So if you want to see and how I did it, just go to YouTube. This is the channel where I posted it. Okay, so you can go and um, try and watch through. But here's the thing, right? It's actually highly technical, and the use case is very, very specific. And to even start, you have to learn Go. So if you go a little bit further down, you will see where I did some more Go tutorials. But this is the one that's showing here. I did Golang tutorial, and for the API endpoints, I added Echo framework. We could have done the API using the net HTTP module on Go, but it would have been it was stressful. So we just used Echo framework that made everything easy. And then with that, we generated all the API endpoints and also the testing. Echo helps you to write tests much better. And then we added MySQL for tracking some of the user data that we didn't want to save on the blockchain. And make no mistakes, if you watch this video, you will see how to save and retrieve information from the blockchain, because there were some specific client-specific information we didn't want to change. The difference between a blockchain and the regular database like MySQL is that once you put an information there, that's it. You can't change it again. All right. If you try to change even one single piece of information, you derail the entire data that has been there. Okay. So that's what we did there. But I put a guide on how to do that. Many people have never seen the connection between the two, but I make sure that it's very clear. And also, there's something called Ignite CLI. It helps you with command prompts, right? Using command prompts to interact with your chain. And we added it at the beginning of the project, and it kind of made things go a bit faster, because now we were able to connect to the blockchain and use a command line tool to communicate with it, at least during the testing phase. Okay, so at the end of the day, I decided to go in deeper and make a more in-depth tutorial on how to sync the two. So and then I still have about 2 or 3 more tutorials on this that I've already created that I'll be launching today. So by the end of today, if you're watching this 24 hours after today, you would have seen at least 1 or 2 more tutorials. In this tutorial, we built a loan app on decentralized finance loan app, and then we expose the API endpoints so that you can build a mobile app that people can take loans from the blockchain, all right, and then pay it back and so on. Everything is automated. You don't need to be pursuing people around. This one is not that one that all these loan apps will be coming to your house to worry you or call your friends. No, 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 no. Everything is well automated in the system. So let me know what you think and drop a comment in the comment section below. Now, if you're not into tech, you can learn tech by going to my platform, brainterm.org. Once you go there, you sign up for course number 7, course number 16, course number 32 and 33. These things will brush you up for tech. Right, by the time you're done, everything I just said in this video will start making sense to you, and you can actually pick up your own and start building stuff.